Ronaldo was crying on that bench just days ago. Tonight he was crying again, but this time, everything was different. Let's go back to where this story really starts. A few days ago, Al Nassr were leading the Saudi Pro League. The title was right there, inches away from Cristiano Ronaldo's hands after 3.5 years of chasing it. And then in the 98th minute, their own goalkeeper put the ball into his own net. The title slipped. The lead shrunk to 2 points, and the entire football world watched Ronaldo sit on that bench with his head down, jaw tight, looking like a man who had just watched his dream dissolve in slow motion. Social media exploded. Headlines read, "Ronaldo heartbroken." Pundits lined up to say this was the moment that proved his Saudi chapter was a failure. They were wrong, because what happened next is the reason the name Cristiano Ronaldo still stops every room it enters. Final match day, Al Nassr versus Damac, a sold-out Al Awal Park packed with 26,000 fans who needed one thing: a win, not a draw, not a miracle from somewhere else, just a win, and Al Nassr knew it. Sadio Mane got them started, a perfectly timed header from a corner that silenced every nerve inside that stadium and put Al Nassr in front at halftime. Then Kingsley Coman came alive in the second half, drove at the Damac defense, played a sharp give and go, and unleashed a fierce strike that left the goalkeeper with absolutely no chance. 2-0. The stadium was beginning to believe, but Damac pulled one back. Suddenly it was 2-1. Suddenly the nerves came flooding back. Suddenly 26,000 people were holding their breath all at once. And that is the exact moment Cristiano Ronaldo decided the match was over. He stepped up for a free kick from what looked like an impossible angle. Most players would have squared it. Most players would have played it safe. Ronaldo curled it, dipping, bending, unstoppable, straight into the top corner. The stadium didn't just cheer, it shook. 3-1. And then, as if one world-class goal wasn't enough, João Felix slid the ball through to Ronaldo inside the box and he buried it. Calm, precise, inevitable to make it 4-1, a brace. On the final night, when the pressure was at its absolute heaviest. 28 goals for the season, the title secured by 2 points above Al Hilal, a team that went the entire season without losing a single match. And when that final whistle blew, Ronaldo didn't run to the tunnel, he ran to the fans. He jumped into the stands, grabbed the drum, and led the entire Al Nassr celebration like a man who had been waiting 3.5 years to feel exactly this feeling. And then the tears came again, but these tears, every single one of them, meant something completely different to the ones on that bench just days ago. Now here's the part that should genuinely frighten every team at the 2026 World Cup. Psychology in football is everything. The greatest players in history, the ones who separate themselves from everyone else, are not just physically superior, they are mentally built from a completely different material. And what Ronaldo just experienced in the span of a few days is one of the most powerful psychological sequences any athlete can go through. He felt the pain of almost losing everything. He sat in public humiliation while the world wrote his obituary. Again, he absorbed every headline, every comment, every person who said his time was done, and then he walked back out and scored twice to win the title anyway. That cycle, pain, doubt, comeback, victory, is not just a feel-good story. Sports psychologists call it post-adversity sharpening. The athletes who come through that specific sequence don't just return to their previous level, they come back operating above it, because now Ronaldo has proof. Fresh, recent, burning proof that when everything is on the line, and the whole world is watching, and the pressure is at its most suffocating, he still delivers. He is 41 years old, he has just scored 28 league goals in a single season. He just won a title in the most dramatic fashion possible against a team that didn't lose all year. And in 3 weeks, he walks into the 2026 FIFA World Cup carrying all of that momentum. Portugal in Group A. Ronaldo as captain, and a man who has spent the last 72 hours being reminded by himself in front of everyone that he is still the most dangerous player alive when the stakes are highest. The tears on that bench were fuel, the trophy in his hands was the fire, and the World Cup is about to feel both of them. This isn't the end of Ronaldo's story, it might be the best chapter yet.